I'm Cathy Osten. I'm the state senator for the 19th district, and we are here at the Channel 3 Kids Camp today, and with me is
Alicia Williams. I'm the Director of Inclusion here at Channel 3 Kids Camp.
And we are here today to both explore and sort of codify what happens out here at the Channel 3 Kids Camp. You have several different programs that happen here all summer long, and actually I was really quite surprised you even carried into off-season.
Yes, we do. First of all, as the summer goes on, we have 3 different organizations that we work with specifically that come in. Muscular Dystrophy Association comes in, the Epilepsy Foundation, and we also work with the Academy of Dermatology, so for children with skin disorders. So they come here for the summer. Then we also have our general population of kids and adults that sign up that may have a special need, either physically or developmentally. And then now we also carry those programs into the off-season. When we do the respite care, we're also extending some family weekends, and then along with having the resource fairs and opening up the resource fairs for parents that are in need.
I'm a member of the Intellectual and Developmental Disabilities Caucus, and we've been talking a lot about what is in the state budget for respite care and for supportive services for families who are taking care of other family members with intellectual or developmental disabilities, whether children or adults. And I met with a few of my constituents out in Lebanon, just right up the road from here, and you could see the absolute exhaustion in some of the caretakers' faces. So I'm really pleased that you're providing some respite care, and you were saying that a little bit earlier when we were chatting, that a lot of the funds for the respite care comes out of the DDS budget, the Department of Developmental Services budget.
It does. We work closely with a lot of the caseworkers, and if they need to adjust their budgets depending on what kind of respite care the families are looking for, so it could be the week-long respite, which is considered a camp week while the campers are here, or the camp weekend. So what we do normally is at the beginning of the year, we'll just talk to the caseworkers, one-to-one, talk about what kind of care the families will need, and then try to accommodate those throughout the year.
Well, I'm really pleased about that because I tell you that's something that I think that we need to do more of. I have met with a group of families that are talking about much akin to the Keep the Promise Coalition for Mental Health. Looking at supportive housing is looking at more supportive housing and beds for people with developmental or either developmental or intellectual disabilities. Again, because we have some elderly people who are taking care of family members that are also getting elderly, and the concern is what will happen to my family members should I pass away.
Sure.
And it's something that I think that we have to really delve into and sort of struggle with trying to find the right balance for everybody to make sure that we're meeting the needs of those that really need our help the most.
Right. So. And along with the exhaustion of the parents and the caregivers of these individuals, it's just a wonderful experience for the individual themselves. Just to have a little time away, to have that time to be social with a group of friends that they may have made over the summer, or friends that they've known for a long time, whether it's coming to camp or in the different programs that they use. That socialization aspect is so important to them. And the fact that they're able to see somebody else, and the attention that they get while they're here at respite is a little different than somebody who may be exhausted with taking care of them all the time. They feel like superstars when they're here. They're celebrities because they have that one-to-one attention. So they feel like this is a great place to be, where I can, feel like I'm at home and I'm safe. And so for both the caregiver and the camper or the participant, it's a nice place to be.
Well, I think it's actually treating people with developmental disabilities as we would anybody else. It's like having a vacation day that you would not have on a regular basis. So I really appreciate the work you do out here. I think that's wonderful. And you just recently got some bond money to rehabilitate a building.
Well, we actually just recently had our fully accessible building put in. It's Ashley's Place, and so now that it's a 64-bed dormitory for children and adults with both physical and developmental disabilities. And those, now that that building is put together, now we actually were able to move on to the building behind it and do some work on that one as well. So now both buildings are accessible, and now we have two 64-bed cabins.
So one of the other things that I've done is I've also been a first selectman, but we looked at all of our town buildings to make sure that they were fully accessible to people, and I think that that's another wonderful aspect of Channel 3 Kids Camp, is that they're looking at the buildings to make sure that they are accessible to anybody, so that you're not barring someone. And even the smallest thing, when I was looking around at both state buildings and municipal buildings, what you might not think is an impediment, but just a small step can be an impediment from having someone be able to participate in government. And it's really something that we have to pay attention to. And whether it's a physical impediment, or someone needs to have different access for a hearing disability or a seeing disability, I think that those are all things that we have to really remember, that everybody should have an opportunity to visit both this site and the other parts of government that are necessary for all individuals.
And we were happy to have those two buildings put in. Unfortunately, we've looked around at the camp itself and realized how much more that it needs to become fully accessible. We were able to have a ramp donated, and Home Depot is actually coming in at the beginning of October and putting in a permanent ramp for one of our older buildings. You know, a lot of the newer buildings, of course, are made accessible, but this being a camp that's over 100 years old, there are a lot of buildings that are not accessible, and that's what we're looking to update in the rest of the camp, along with it being, you know, nature and outdoor experience. So a lot of the roads and things that need to be fully accessible for people. We were able to accommodate everybody this summer and make that work, but we can still see the changes that need to be made to make sure that that's fully accommodating for everyone.
So I can look forward to seeing another application.
Yes.
On making some of the trails and other buildings
of course,
ADA accessible. Oh, I'd be happy to help you out with that.
That would be wonderful. Yes, yeah. We're looking for, especially our shower. We have a shower house, our recreation building. We have a wonderful video production program, and you know, a lot of the kids that came this summer, somebody who is not able to be sports oriented or something that's for that nature, then a video production program was really exciting for them. So when they were able to put together a whole video themselves, edit and do all the production, that was wonderful. And that was one of our main concerns with having a ramp into that building, was something we knew that, you know, would be an exciting program.
That's wonderful.
Our website is www.channel3kidscamp.org. And for more information about respite weekends or the inclusion program or any of our camp programs, you can contact Alicia Williams.
Thank you very much.
Thanks. Thank you.
This